Tiana was gone. So much carnage, so much rage, and for what? The water was filled with dead creatures. The underwater kingdom went from being alive and vibrant to dead and depressing in seconds. The warm waters that were once aquamarine are now an unsightly crimson. Dan Delicious and Quantavious was completely surrounded by blood. And in the far distance, they could see the tank circling back to do more damage. Quickly, the duo started to swim deeper and deeper into the Serpent Sea until they got to the deepest, darkest part of the ocean. Only the most dangerous, despicable sea creatures can enter the treacherous trenches. These parts of the sea are filled with the most hideous and dangerous creatures in the world. Half spider, half seahorse, with a horrifying praying mantis face. They're called the Ugmugs. With little to no light left, Quantavious remembers that Francine the fairy gifted him a few pounds of fairy dust back on the Isle of Soft Tops and stored it away in his boot for safekeeping. Quantavious digs in his boot, gets the bag of fairy dust, and sprinkles it all over himself and Dan Delicious in hopes of getting them out of this pickle. And within seconds, the bubble starts to shrink. What is going on? We must get out of here, screams Dan Delicious. Simultaneously, right under them, they hear the most screeching, frightening sound ever. It must be the Ugmugs. They travel in herds, and in milliseconds, hundreds of tiny glistening eyes were staring at the two.
Ooh, this is about to be good.
Oh, I gotta pee.
I need some popcorn.
Finally, yeah!
Quiet on the set, please.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Rise and shine, this Goops and Gags. What the hell these celebs done had? Falling out of the cars and shit and storing lies and shit. These motherfuckers really need an intervention. They so crazy. They always having babies. From scandals to the baby, all the way to Lake Bailey. Hey, it's D with the T. Pop culture from A to Z. Boss alert, never been a flirt. Room so shady, never been a lady. Hood stay talking, never been flossing. Nicole so bitchy, never been a city. Industry on blast, gotta shake that ass. Video was takeout, never been a fake out. And now it's me, about to get it up like Joe to see. Sit back and relax and see. 3, 2, 1, hey, it's me. It's Dee Will. And welcome back to another show-stopping, heart-throbbing, chest-pulsating, eye-bulging episode of Goops Gags and Tea with D. I am your hostess with the mostest, Dee Will, and this is Tea with D. Y'all, I'm back again, back again. Y'all, thank you so much. I feel like at this point, I say thank you so much because I'm just so, y'all. Okay, listen. So let's just get this elephant out of the room before the remainder of this episode ensues. I know it's been 3 weeks now? Yeah, it's been 3 weeks since I released an episode. And for the people that follow me on social media, you know that I put on there last week that I would come on my platform and attempt to be as transparent as possible. So the last week of shows that I did, in the midst of recording, I got a message that one of my family members has passed. He was my uncle, and he was older, and he died to COVID complications. And that happened literally in the middle of recording. And I kept going. I kept recording. I was like, you know what? I'm here. I already did this and this and that. So let me just keep going. And I tried to stay tough. I did what was necessary. I mourned. I went through the process of grieving. Of course. But then shortly after that, I then got devastating news about 2 more people in my family that died a tragic accident. And to be very frank, I'm being very transparent. That kind of like took me for a loop, and my shield, the big wall that I have on, my armor, it just came crumbling down because it was just so swift. Like these people, my cousins, who I'm talking about now, my cousins were one was my age and the other one was in her teen. Like it was just too much. It was just too much to bear. And like I say on the show, I'm not just saying it because it's something cute to say. I'm literally, I practice what I preach. I needed a moment, so I took that moment, and I wasn't necessarily sure how to verbalize it, and I didn't want to be fake. Like I didn't want to be fake and come on the show and be like, "Yo, Goops and Gas, let's do this." I did not want to do that. I needed to take this time and this space for me to get back on my feet emotionally and mentally, and I'm at a much better place. But I will say the deaths of my family kind of started like the spiral I was going down. Y'all listen, I don't want to start, this week with such grim, information, but I just want to let y'all know what's been going on with me. And if you see me on social media, I've just been like, posting funny memes and cute stuff, but because, that's just what I do. But that's just one of my coping mechanisms that I do, just to help me get throughout the day. And so other than all the deaths that happen in my family, it's been this really huge shift at work that's also been taking a toll on me. And I realized that I really didn't look at it until the moments where I were down, like the moments of death in my family. That's the only time when I actually had a moment to sit and reflect and like, oh my gosh, yes, these horrific deaths happen. But then also I'm super stressed at work. I'm super stressed in I'm super stressed in relationships. I'm just, and to be honest, I took that opportunity to really sit with myself and figure out some things. And y'all, I took these 3 weeks to get my shit in order, and I feel like I'm a better version of myself than I was 3 weeks ago. And I got a plan, and I want to thank y'all so much for actually sticking around and just being supportive. So I really appreciate that. So yeah, so let's just start. Let's just get into the show. Yes, I'm about to sit here and goddamn cry. You know what? Yes, let's go to let's start the show, y'all. Thank y'all so much, y'all. I got some it's some shit to talk about, y'all. So let's just get into the show. So guys, I'm doing this new thing. I mean, I guess it's not really new, but this is, I guess, the first episode of me actually just like implementing. So happy Monday, guys. If you're listening to this on your happy Monday morning while you're commuting to work or getting dressed for work or maybe even cooking dinner, blah, 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 whatever. But I'm going to, the start of every Tea with Dee, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the Motivation Monday Rising and Grinding segment, which is the more empowering news stories of the day. And then we end with all the mess and the tea, right? Okay, cool. We got it. All right. So I just wanted to start off with the Black Business article that I've read from people. So listen. We all know that COVID-19 has had its share of challenges, right? Ranging from school closures, trip cancellations, and some would even say maybe hot girl summer, y'all, right? But as always, Black people prevail some way, somehow. Groupon and the National Black Chamber of Commerce took a deeper look into Black businesses and their challenges, and overall, Black businesses owners are feeling hopeful and business has increased. So according to people, 75% of Black business owners have seen an increase in their business. Since the beginning of June, based on research conducted for National Black Business Month, which is in August, the poll of more than 400 black business owners come as a result of the recent Black Lives Matter protests across the nation and across the world. And, of course, prompted by the death of George Floyd while in police custody in Minneapolis. Y'all, I just butchered the fuck out of it. So listen. While business may be booming and they're getting their coins, black people still face an uphill battle as it relates to entrepreneurship. The study also reveals that 65% expressed that COVID-19 took a toll on their business, and only 5% of those apply for Paycheck Protection Program, PPP loan. So I just wanted to start the Monday off with just some really great information about black businesses doing their thing. And you know what's so interesting? I'm going to give a shout out. Let me shout out my goddamn sister. Let me shout out my goddamn good friend for both being black entrepreneurs and doing what the fuck y'all doing. So I'm going to give this moment to my sister, Al Teresa, and I'm going to give this moment to my friend Lonzy for my sister being an amazing therapist and doing what the fuck that needs to be done, and my friend Lonzy for being such a great event planner and kind of sort of philanthropist. Like I've sat here and watched these people navigate through COVID-19, and to be honest, it seems like these two individuals that I'm talking about actually seems like they're soaring in this COVID-19 pandemic. So I believe what people are saying. Like, I believe that, the businesses are booming for black businesses. So I just wanted to shed a light for the black businesses. All right, and let's get to the next topic. So my homegirl in my head, Keke Palmer, has hosted the 2020 VMAs. So listen, I'm recording this prior to the VMAs, so I know for a fact that Keke Palmer is going to kill it. She's a fantastic actress. She is a fantastic, over-the-top big personality, so I know she's going to do phenomenal. But this story actually isn't about just her hosting the VMAs. Y'all, a black woman has not hosted the VMAs since 1987. You hear me right. 1987. Not Halle Berry, not Queen Latifah, not Raven, not Maya, not who was the girl? Like none of the actresses from Girlfriends, none of the a black woman has not. Yo, I don't think y'all listen. When I read this goddamn article, I was just like, what? All these prolific black women has been in the media for the past 30, 40 years. And the last time a black woman hosted the VMAs was in 1986 and 7. It was by the same goddamn woman. So Keke Palmer went on the podcast with Jade Ashley, and she spoke about how it feels and the privilege she's getting, and how she feels like she wants to enlighten people, and she wants the younger black not queer, y'all listen, everything's about queer with me, excuse me, the black and brown folk to step on her shoulders and do even more that she's doing. She's hoping that it's not going to take an additional 30 years for the next person to host the damn VMAs again. A black woman to host the VMAs. So I just wanted to quickly shed some light on that really quickly. Keke Palmer is literally our goddamn the millennials version of Angela Bassett. And to be honest, when Angela Bassett get that goddamn biopic, we all know it's going to be Keke Palmer, because number one, they look alike. Number two, the acting ability is there and the consistency is there. Keke Palmer is literally so fucking sickening. So I just wanted to shed some light on Keke Palmer's awesome amazingness. And let's just go to the next story. Y'all, I cannot believe this. So almost 2 months after officially terminating its relationship with Nick Cannon, Viacom CBS is reportedly open to renewing a working relationship with him. So according to recent reports, Viacom CBS is said to be hopeful to work with Nick Cannon again in the future following a very public falling out. Y'all, I don't understand why they even needed to terminate him. Listen, it just seems so... Okay, listen. So, Variety reports Viacom CBS has had no hard feelings against Nick Cannon and is reportedly open to working together again following the recent end of their almost 30-year partnership. So, during a recent town hall meeting with employees, Chris McCarthy, the president of entertainment and youth brands at Viacom CBS, praised the work that Nick Cannon claims to have done to make amends for his controversial comments and gain a better understanding of why they were perceived as offensive and anti-Semitic. Listen, all Nick Cannon learned was just to not get on the public platform and talk about the Jews, because he's still going to motherfucking feel the same goddamn way. Listen, that PR shit that he did weeks ago, going to the Jewish hospital and going to the synagogue and all the bullshit. Listen, Nick Cannon is a nigga, okay? Listen, y'all, I mean this in the best way possible. Listen, he's learned his lesson, aka he's not going to go to public platform and speak about the shit no more. But I am going to say, this is a black man getting a check, so that's the only reason why he's on our Monday Motivation Rising and Grinding segment. I just wanted to let y'all know that Nick Cannon getting his goddamn job again, child. So, this is what Nick Cannon said after Viacom said, right? This is so crazy. So, it states, truth and reconciliation. I am deeply saddened in the moment so close to reconciliation that the powers that be misuse an important moment for us to all grow together and learn more about one another. Instead, the moment was stolen and hijacked to make an example out of an outspoken black man. I will not be bullied, silenced, or continuously oppressed by any organization, group, or corporation. I am disappointed that Viacom does not understand or respect the power of the black community. That's right, black power. I was a member of the Viacom family. He's so shady for that. For over 20 years. Since I was a minor, we worked together to make great positive entertainment, and I was handed many opportunities that I am grateful for. At 17 years old, I was deemed the youngest staff writer in TV history on their various Nickelodeon series. In 2009, the wonderful and amazing Sina Zubla blessed me with the opportunity to become the youngest television chairman in history, placing the teen division of Viacom solely in my hands as an executive. I mean, some blah, blah, blah. Y'all, he wrote this long-ass letter, y'all. I'm going to put this shit in my podcast description. I ain't talking about all this bullshit. And long story short, y'all, Nick Cannon getting his goddamn job back because they literally just wanted to use him as an example. I don't know why they had to, threaten. I don't know why they had to fire him. Whatever. Listen, I'm happy Nick Cannon got his goddamn job back. And let's go to the last bit of Monday Motivation, Rise and Grind. Let's get to it. So guys, yep, I was tussling with this as to if I wanted to speak about this on today's episode, and I guess I can't not talk about it. So Chadwick Boseman passed over the weekend at age 43 with his battle with colon cancer. So Chadwick Boseman, such a prolific actor, let me say that again, such a prolific actor, right? It's not that many actors or actresses with a resume who could say that they played icons such as Jackie Robinson and James Brown. Let's not even talk about Black Panther. Let's literally just talk about for a moment Jackie Robinson and the James Brown. Chadwick Boseman was such an icon to the entire Black community, the entire Black and brown communities. My little nephews are growing up in a world where they could see a huge, big, mainstream success movie like Black Panther. And I didn't have that growing up. Now, there are people that'll say, well, Blade was on. Well, Blade was rated R, and I ain't see that goddamn shit when I was goddamn 7. Or 8, when I was a child. But it wasn't anything that matched what Black Panther was. I was shocked, just like the rest of the world. And so, like how we do on Goops Gags Tea with Dee, I just want to give a 5-second just silent meditation for the icon, legend, star Chadwick Boseman. So here we go. Rest in power, Chadwick Boseman. All right, so on to the mess. So, just like Monday Motivation Rise and Grind Monday, I also have another segment beautifully titled, let me clear my throat. The things that I don't give a fuck about. Right. All right. Y'all ready? Y'all ready for the things that I don't give a fuck about this week in pop culture? Listen, so first up, right on the tails of the sad death of Chadwick Boseman, we got some, I guess there's a silver lining in everything, right? So Just Not Hilarious revealed that she'll be retiring her stupid ass segment called Just With The Mess that she does on Instagram. So this comes amid a discussion with a fan who mentioned a video that she did mentioning Chadwick Boseman's weight loss. So this is what she said. She's such a fucking idiot. So this is what she said. Man, when I tell you I'm retiring Just With The Mess, man, I'll be the first to say I'm tired of talking about people. Nigga, I ain't sleep all night. I don't want to talk about people no more, period, yo. I was just saying I don't know, oh, Jesus, she's such an idiot. God damn it. All these stupid ass goddamn typos. I was just saying I don't want to do it for months now, but I know my fan base loves it. Yeah, because you pander to the fucking idiots and goddamn Neanderthals. Anyway, so y'all, I can't do it no more. Nigga, you just never know what somebody else is going through, and I'm sorry. Like I said earlier in the previous episode, Just Hilarious, which is one of the most stupidest pseudonyms, celebrity names I've ever, pseudo celebrity names I have ever heard in my goddamn life. So this is what she said. This is exactly how it happened to her. How she found out Chadwick Boseman has passed. Man, my son woke me up a couple hours ago and said, Mommy, Black Panther died at 11:20 p.m. Yo, I told this little boy to give me his damn phone and go to bed. I deleted TikTok off his phone because I thought it was some bullshit online filling my kid's head. I woke back up and it was real. He was hurt and his only black superhero died. I'm so sorry, Chad, but you know what? You didn't want sympathy. You wanted to show your greatness and what God could. She's such an idiot. Gosh, I hate reading her shit. What God could do through you while you were still here. Rest up, King T'Challa. We will forever love you. I'm so glad that Just Hilarious is retiring Just With The Mess, because not only has she spoken about, you know what, y'all, we're not going to live in the past, right? We're just going to move it right the fuck along with her messy motherfucking ass. So coming right up on more things that I don't give a fuck about this week in pop culture. So y'all favorite 90s singers, Brandy and Monica, is now going head to head in a hit for hit battle in tonight's Versus battle. Y'all, this is no shade to Brandy or Monica, but the outcry, the response that I have seen on my timeline for the past week has been the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life. Y'all should see these goddamn 30-something people in their 30s going back and forth, shading each other, talking about people being on food stamps and WIC, people getting evicted, all because a fight within Brandy and Monica. Listen, these are artists of yesteryear. This is no shade to them. They both have great, fantastic careers behind them. But I just don't understand. I don't understand the huge, like the magnitude of where I see y'all going on the, like, it just doesn't make sense to me. Versus kind of been happening since the birth of early this year when COVID started, and I have not seen a more disgusting battle between two artists. And this is not between the artists, this is the fan base, between the two fan bases in my goddamn life. Like, this is giving me very much celebrity deathmatch tease. This is giving me very that. Like, I just feel like next week episode is going to be Christina Aguilera versus Britney Spears, and then the following one it's going to be goddamn Nicki Minaj and Lil Kim. Like, I feel like if they're going to keep this going, we might as well really just the fuck do it. And then the final, let's do Usher and Chris Brown. Like, whatever. But anyway, so I just wanted to say that if you guys are listening, Brandy and Monica is doing their verses tonight. They're actually it's going to be live from Tyler Perry Studios. It's going to come on 8 p.m. Eastern time and 5 p.m. Pacific. So I won't be tuning into that. I'll clearly look at it the next day on Shade Room. I'll look at the clips and I'll just go from the fuck there, because I don't want to hear the boys' mind. I don't want to hear goddamn what was Brandy's what was Brandy's song? No, that's Monica. I Want to Be Down. God damn it. See, girl, kudos for reigniting this imaginary beef that I feel like never happened in real life. And moving on to the next piece of shit that I do not give a fuck about in pop culture. So y'all, I was really battling with where do I place this piece of a story, this piece of a shit story at. If I tarnish my beautiful Fridays episode of Alphabet Club with this bullshit, or do I just dump it out with this bullshit? And I realized, let's just dump it out with this bullshit. So Jeffree Star, Grim Reaper cosplayer looking ass, has tipped his way into the black pop culture sphere, which he really isn't ever. Like, if he's not talking about degrading black women or throwing throwing acid in a black woman's face, like, he's never really in black people's sphere or on our radar. But so last week Jeffree Star uploaded this picture with him and an undisclosed black man with these, with these tattoos on his arm, and that set the internet ablaze. The goddamn Sherlock Holmes and the Nancy Drews of the internet quickly found out who this guy was. This guy ended up being an overseas basketball player, Andre Marhold, and since then it's kind of been like chaos since then. Like, and to be honest, fuck Jeffree and fuck his man, right? I truly don't give a fuck about them. But what I would like to sit and really wallow in for a brief moment is the reaction from my sisters. And not my birth sister. I'm not talking about my birth. I'm not talking about my sister, Aunt Teresa. I'm talking about my black sisters, right? My black kinfolk, right? Yes, Jeffree Star is trash. Yes, Jeffree Star is racist. Yes, he's this. Yes, he's a capitalist. Yes, he's this. And he's despicable. And yes, his makeup is overpriced. And yes, he looks like the Grim Reaper. And yes, he looks like yes, he looks like fucking Skeletor. Yes, he's all of these despicable things. But this isn't really what I seen the black women really talking about. They were talking about how he's destroying the black family, Andrew Marhold, how he's destroying the black family, and how he has a young son, and how this and that, and blah, 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 blah. I get that this is a really nuanced situation, and I understand, the biphobia, right? I get it. I don't want to get it, but I understand the biphobia. I get it across the line, because to be honest, a lot of queer people are also biphobic, which to be honest, I really don't understand. But I just don't understand why the people aren't attacking Jeffree for being the despicable bigot that he is. But instead, talk about how Andre is breaking up the black home by just existing. Now, I'm not in their relationship, and I don't know what he was doing prior, but what I do know is that this man isn't really how do you say, if you go on his page, he seems like he's been one of the girls for some time now, Y'all being so ignorant right now. But I'm not trying to say like he's the most feminine, but it's just like, girl, you something seems a little fishy. Something seems a little fishy in the pond. But what I will say is that Andre's ex-girlfriend said this. So let me go to this really quickly. I just could not fucking believe it. So she went on Instagram. She's so pathetic. So she went on Instagram and posted pictures of them two together, and then of course them and their child. Tell me what I've done to you. Tell me why. Is it the money? Because I could work harder to make our life better. I was your ride or die. I could do anything to save our relationship. Anything. Which is, y'all, this is so fucking pathetic, y'all. But whatever. And then she posted another picture with him and his son with a broken heart emojis. My son matters. My son was so happy last week. I don't care if it's about the money, but this hurts me a lot and it affects my son. God, please help me keep my head up for my son, because this shit is unreal. Please help me, God, to be strong for my son. This will ruin the family. I don't know what about this man moving on, because it doesn't seem like she didn't say anything about infidelity. This just seemed like y'all broke the fuck up and he moved the fuck on. on. Now, if this was a woman, would you feel some motherfucking type of way? She talking about she need to get tested and shit. Her health and motherfucking risk. You know what? I'm gonna say that specific read for another motherfucking time. But I just wanted to get this fucking bullshit out, and I just want y'all to align y'all motherfucking hatred and bigotry. And this goes for who would have fuck listened. I feel like if you listening to my show, you're not really a bigot. But whatever. Y'all send this shit to the motherfucking bigots. Y'all know what the fuck I'm saying. But seriously, all jokes aside, I want people to align their hatred, right? I need people to stay focused. There's no reason to shade a queer person. There's no reason to read a queer person, because we're not destroying families by just existing. Like, that's not how that works, girl. That's why you sitting over there miserable writing dissertations on Instagram about people who moved the fuck on. And that's all I'm motherfucking saying. I've literally spoke about this minutes to motherfucking minute. And on to the next topic. Wait, y'all, I lied. This story is the best story that I've heard all week. Y'all, so listen. R. Kelly allegedly got attacked in his cell due to protesters causing the jail to be placed on lockdown. Y'all listen. So everybody's favorite rapist, according to TMZ, federal law enforcement sources allege that Kells was attacked by another inmate while he was sitting in his cell at the Metropolitan Correctional Center in Chicago. Kelly was reportedly sitting on his bed when another inmate allegedly walked to his cell and started punching him. It is unclear who broke up the fight, but allegedly it did not last long. Sources revealed to TMZ that the inmate was frustrated about the facility being placed on lockdown multiple times due to protests outside of the jail. Oh, God. Yo, I'm literally out of breath. Oh, God, yo. This is literally what the fuck you get. So listen, while the fight did not last long, Kelly's lawyers said that the lawyers say that their client sustained very minor bruising. There are no details about how the fight stopped or if a security guard or another inmate got involved. Kelly's attorney, Mike Leonard, said that Kelly was attacked because of the inmate wrongly believed that the Kelly's history of sex crimes had something to do with the lockdown conditions at the fucking jail, which they didn't. They were, of course, related to COVID-19. So on this past Thursday, Kelly's lead lawyer in Chicago said the incident only supports their argument that Kelly should be released on bond while he awaits his trials. He said the inmates and the crowded conditions also make him vulnerable to the coronavirus. Regardless, it's time to release Mr. Kelly, he says. The government cannot ensure his safety and they cannot give him his day in court, Greenberg tweeted on Thursday. We should not incarcerate people indefinitely because we cannot provide them with due safety. That motherfucker don't give a fuck about nobody, and I'm talking about our goddamn Kelly. Listen, when he had that goddamn brothel with them 16-year-olds and they mammy, he didn't give a damn about nobody goddamn safety. When he was peeing on them little girls, he didn't give a fuck about her safety. If she was going to get a UTI from drinking all that nasty ass pee. Y'all, R. Kelly is fucking despicable. They actually need to open goddamn, what is that goddamn jail in the middle of the goddamn New York? Pause the motherfucking show. Where is that guy? Alcatraz. Y'all don't know how to spell Y'all, how do you spell Alcatraz? Alcatraz. Y'all DM me how to spell Alcatraz. Whatever, y'all. He need to go to God. He need to be fuck Alcatraz. He need to go to Azkaban. Listen, for all the Harry Potter stands out there. Y'all, if y'all know, listen, it's clearly an inside joke if y'all know where Azkaban is. He need to take his ass to goddamn Azkaban. He need to be under Azkaban. He does not deserve to ever see the sunlight ever motherfucking again. He needs to be in a padded goddamn room. Fuck R. Kelly. That's all the fuck I gotta say. I'll probably never speak about him. You know what? I will speak about him on the show. If it's another story about him getting beat the fuck up in jail, I'm definitely going to report it, y'all. So on to the last and final story of today's episode. Now listen, I know y'all gonna slow me down, right? So this particular story I know is maybe like a week old, and we all know in news cycle that means it's like a year old, but whatever. Y'all gonna let me talk my goddamn shit, and especially about his motherfucking kidnapping, sexual assault ass. So listen, in a video clip from a recent No Jumper interview featuring Instagram socialite Selena Powell and her friend Eliza went viral after Eliza began discussing the slew of celebrity men that she's been involved with. Eliza opened up about her sexcapades with basketball teams, rappers, and how she documents her experiences on her OnlyFans. One of the celebrities she mentioned having a sexual encounter with was with singer-songwriter Trey Songz. So this is what she said, y'all. So she said, I got peed on too. I didn't know what happened. He just did it. And he just did it. Reluctant to say who she was talking about, Power ended up urging her to mention his name. Fuck. It was Trey Songz. I don't give a fuck. Fuck him. Girl, I know that's the fuck right. I don't give a fuck. He blocked me, said Eliza. And then she proceeds to explain the entire situation. Okay, so I go to the bathroom to wipe the nut off my face. And between rounds, he follows me in there. He's like, get in the bathtub. And I'm like, okay, so I do. And I'm like laying down and he's like standing over me jacking off. And he's like, play with your pussy. And I'm like, okay, and I do. He's like, play with your tits. And I'm like, so I do. And then he literally just peed on me. And I was like, what the fuck? On my eyelashes. And he was like, you're fine. Y'all, listen, this is literally what the fuck she said. That's the only reason why I kept saying it like that. She's a fucking idiot. But y'all, listen, what do you... Y'all choose these Instagram socialites, right? I don't even know what an Instagram socialite does. Anyway, y'all. So Eliza then added that Songz has already voiced his concerns over speaking about their relationship, but then she mentioned that every girl she has spoken to that was involved sexually with Trey has said the same exact thing. She then said that Songz even tried to take her phone to stop her from leaving. I think he's psycho. He took my phone and my purse for a whole day and held it over the balcony and was like, if you try to leave, I'm going to drop this shit. He did the same thing to Selena, and I kept asking, when can I go? I wanted to briefly speak about this very fucking briefly because I don't understand why we as a society and as a culture, why we kind of like just breeze past this, like why we don't give a fuck about this. Because the thing is that he should be under much more scrutiny than he currently is. So maybe, I'm not sure if y'all remember, but Keke Palmer spoke about her interaction with Trey Songz maybe a year or two ago. And I remember her specifically going on the Wendy Williams show, another black crabs in the bucket, y'all. She went on Wendy Williams show to talk about the experience of her with Trey Songz, and she said, not verbatim, y'all, but this is just popped into my mind, how she said that she had to go hide in the motherfucking closet because he wanted her to be in the video and she wanted a makeup team, and he was like, no, and she felt like he was sexually suggestive and all. Y'all listen, but y'all ignored Keke Palmer years ago. And y'all ignored these Instagram socialites. I don't know what the fuck is going to have to take people to wake the fuck up. What is going on? And y'all, I'm not even gonna tell y'all what the fuck he said. Like he's just a fucking idiot. He just basically called them birds, and it's just like you didn't detest the fact that these things happen. You're just saying that we shouldn't care because they're hoes. But it's just like, who gives a fuck? You did it. Just because they are a quote unquote hoe doesn't mean that they can't deny getting pissed on. Listen, I don't know what the fuck wrong with you and R. Kelly, Trey Songz, but y'all need to get, well, R. Kelly's clearly still legit. He clearly staying there getting beat the fuck up. But you, Trey Songz, I don't know what the fuck needs to happen. Clearly, maybe it needs to be a person with a more, I don't know, they need to be on a higher level than Keke Palmer and this socialite hoe. Child, I don't know. I to be honest, once again, like the fucking segment, and I truly don't give a fuck about it. I just need him. I just need Trey Songz to wake the fuck up, and I need for him to actually have some motherfucking consequences, because it seems like nobody seems to be giving a fuck about what the fuck all this problematic shit that he's goddamn doing. So now let's get to the final story of the day. So this last story is something that I really do care about. So this doesn't go with the rest of the stupid ass shit that I just spoke about. But this story is clearly, old, quote unquote old. But I just wanted to speak about it. I just wanted to have a heart to heart with the people who needs to hear this. So clearly, as everyone already knows, Meg Thee Stallion came out and on a live, maybe at this point, let's say a week or two ago, and she confirmed with what everyone already knew, that Tory Lanez was the perpetrator, that he would indeed shot her. And not only did he shoot her, he shot her twice. And not only did he shoot her twice, he then had his publicists going into these different publications trying to spin the narrative. Black men, we have to do better. Black men in media, we have to do better. Let's just use Boosie Badass for an example. Earlier this year, Boosie Badass, he clearly has to be an ally to the queer community. The way he just jumps in every bit of a juicy story about any queer person on the spectrum, he jumps in every fucking story, spitting his hate rhetoric all over the place, right? He had so much to say about Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle and how they're raising Zaya and how this is nasty and blah, 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 blah. But the moment that a black woman gets shot twice by a black man is the moment you want to get your doofy, stupid looking ass on Instagram Live and then say that you've learned your lesson and that you're not going to motherfucking say anything. What wrong could you possibly say about being on Megan's side and saying that she should have never got fucking shot in the first place? I can count on maybe 4 fingers how many black men came to the rescue. Not the rescue, but to have something to say to back up the fact that Meg got shot. What was it? Bun B, Chance the Rapper, and Michael B. Jordan. And it might be a few more other people, but those are the people that stuck out to me. Where are the gatekeepers? Where are the Jay-Z's? Where are the Nas's? Nas. I can tell you what Nas is doing. Nas is too busy dissing Doja Cat, another black woman, in one of his stupid ass flop ass songs that nobody are currently listening to. Where are the gatekeepers? I was about to say Kanye West, but clearly he, no comment. I'm not going to talk about mental illness, but clearly Kanye West is clearly not in his right mind. So I know why he's not talking. But where are the gatekeepers? Lil Wayne, once again, Lil Wayne is out spitting his hate. What Lil Wayne probably need to be doing is being under a black woman's goddamn dryer and getting his goddamn dreads retwisted. That's what the fuck he need to be doing instead of spitting out that hate, bigotry, that goddamn hate rhetoric. The thing is that I am literally, and y'all, this is in real time, y'all. I don't have no notes for this particular story. I'm literally just going off the dome. And I am really trying, and I'm really sitting here, I'm really trying to figure out where are the black men in hip hop that could vouch for Meg Thee Stallion. And I really sitting and I'm just like, Jay-Z, Meg Thee Stallion is under your label. Why didn't you say anything in regards to Tory Lanez shooting her in her goddamn feet? I don't know, y'all. It's super sad, and I just wanted to just say my piece. And I'm all for Megan. I feel like, actually outside of, I really had to sit here and think about Doja Cat and Meg Thee Stallion are my favorite new female rappers. And I hate that term, female. 2 women rappers for the new age, for the new day. And it's quite sad that I just feel like no one had her back. Like, this woman could have literally died, and it just seems like no one give a fuck about it. The fact that she had to upload those disgusting pictures of her goddamn shot wounds, the stitched up shot wounds, for people to realize that it wasn't fake. Black men, we gotta do better. I'm gonna debt this. It is what it is, and hopefully our culture gets better. Oh, wait a minute, y'all. How could I not talk about Kamala Harris? Y'all, clearly that has happened too. Y'all, I completely forgot about that. It's been so much fuckery these past couple of weeks. I completely forgot about Joe Biden finally announcing that Kamala Harris is his running mate for vice president. Let me briefly just say this. Y'all gotta be out of y'all motherfucking mind to talk about how she with the feds, and y'all not gonna vote for her. Are y'all out of y'all motherfucking mind? Do y'all not see who's in the administration right motherfucking now? Who could really be worse other than Kanye West? Who could really be worse than Trump right now? Who gives a fuck? We need to get Trump out of the goddamn office. We need to get 45. We need to get the goddamn orange Neanderthal out of the goddamn office. That's what's most important, y'all. Y'all need to motherfucking come out and vote November. What is it? November 4th? November 4th. Child, y'all need to go out and vote in November. And that's all the fuck I gotta say. Y'all, thank y'all so much for listening to me rant and rave this episode. Y'all, if y'all made it this far in today's episode, y'all, thank y'all so much for your patience. I have another episode coming up this Wednesday, so y'all stay tuned for that, y'all. Oh my gosh, those questions are crazy. All right, me bitch. And then I have a fantastic, fabulous episode Friday, which is the Alphabet Club, y'all. So y'all, thank y'all so much once again for listening, and you can definitely follow me on all social medias at TheDeeWill. On Instagram, my name is TheDeeWill, and you can also follow the Instagram Instagram page at GoopsGagsTea. You can also, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can feel free to email me at thegoodgag@gmail.com. And I guess that wraps up my episode for today. And I'm going to sign on right now, y'all. I hope y'all have a fantastic, fabulous Monday, and I hope y'all take y'all asses home and watch that goddamn boo-foo ass versus between Brandy and Monica. Y'all, peace, love, and the boy is mine. See y'all Wednesday.